Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Two things for this little video. Hopefully it'll be short. Number one, Earl David Warden. The reply brief was due yesterday from his attorney. If his attorney decided to do it, it's an optional brief. You don't have to file it. In Earl's particular case, I think it would behoove his attorney to file a reply brief to address some of the more salient points that the state made. Like, for example, for a lot of the issues raised on appeal, the state said that the issue was not preserved for appeal. And if it's not preserved for appeal, that means that the Court of Appeals won't address it. So it'd be really great if Earl's attorney could make an argument and provide some support as to why and how the issue was preserved for appeal. Now, on the flip side, the Court of Appeals, the law clerks for the judges for the Court of Appeals and or the judges themselves will do research. They will review the record. They will make their own determination of whether or not the issue was preserved for appeal. But it never hurts to get out ahead of it and to make an argument as to why it was preserved for appeal, because it might predispose the judge to look at the issue the way you frame it rather than the way the judge might have otherwise framed it. So it might help prejudice the judge to view things in your favor when the judge may otherwise not. Or you may find something that the judge might overlook. Judges make mistakes. That's why there's a Court of Appeals in the first place, and that's why there are Supreme Courts, and in Texas, the Court of Criminal Appeals, which is the step above the Court of Appeals, which kind of sounds weird and stupid, but hey, it's Texas, and so, go figure. So the reply brief was due yesterday. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning California time, it's about 10 o'clock in the morning Texas time. It's 8 o'clock California time when I'm recording this video. Sometimes it does take the clerk down there a day or two to get something done to the point where it shows up online. So it might show up today, might show up tomorrow. There hasn't been a request for an extension filed. That might show up today or tomorrow. I'm just saying that it's not there, and I'm keeping an eye on it for those of you who are interested in that. The other issue for this video is that I really did enjoy the interaction I had with Mr. Taylor on the live stream on Saturday. He was an honest debater, and for those of you who are going to say, well, he lied, I'm going to say, well, he was an honest debater. When we worked around the points and we got to, I got him to issues where he recognized that it was kind of messed up that the sheriff was speeding 30 miles an hour over the speed limit without his lights and sirens. He got to the point where he actually admitted that he would treat his brother different, or his best friend different than someone else. I mean, he didn't come out right and say it, but he alluded to it strongly, and I think he understands the point. And there was another issue that he came around on. Oh yeah, the sheriff being the top dog and he could take over a crime scene. Well, we got him around to the point where I would totally arrest the sheriff if he tried to take over the crime scene, blah blah blah. So he was an honest debater because he would actually admit when he was wrong, when it became apparent that he was wrong. It's hard, he's a cop and he thinks like a cop, and I can't fault him for thinking like a cop, and you might think he's lying, but that's like cop think, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to shit on all cops, but it's cop think. The whole thin blue line thing, there is something to it. I'm not a cop hater. I'm just a realist. Cops are a necessary evil. But when you give someone power corrupts, right? So, it's a two-edged sword. But anyway, I really enjoyed that Mr. Taylor was respectful. I think I reflected that respect back to him, and bling bling. And anyway, I thought it added something because he was able to bounce things off me, and then I felt like I was able to use it as teachable moments. I thought maybe it seemed like the viewers responded well to it, and I'm hoping, I'm thinking that maybe people learned more that way. So, I'm not monetized, and I'm not trying to do this to make money, but if I'm enjoying it, and if I feel like the viewers are learning more from it, then that kind of hits my target mission of enjoying what I'm doing and educating my audience. So, why not kind of roll with it? So what I was kind of thinking is maybe I would try it again. I know that Eli did a video where he purports to teach first year law school contracts in a 1 hour video, which is absolutely impossible to do. I mean, just without a doubt impossible to do, especially when he's going to stop every 10 seconds to throw up new memberships and new donations and things like that. So, but I was thinking that maybe I could have another attorney on, although there might be attorneys tend to have, we tend to have big egos. I'm throwing myself in there too. We do tend to have big egos. But on the other hand, it might be interesting to see, two people with actual knowledge shitting on Eli instead of, just me shitting on Eli. And it would be, for example, if Darcy came on, Darcy's so straight-laced, or at least my impression of him is that he's got all the sense of humor of wet bread, that it might be interesting and funny to have him be like the straight man. I'm sure he'd show up wearing a tie if he decides to do it. He might be a little gun shy about volunteering. And I'm not asking for volunteers at this point. I want to be very clear. I want to hear from the audience first about what they want to see before I do it. But I'm just throwing out some ideas. If Darcy came on and he could be the straight man to my 13-year-old sense of humor, or maybe it would be better to have an attorney who's just graduated from law school, someone who's closer to just starting their practice. So first year family law would be fresh in their heads, or maybe even have someone who's in law school, who still has the law school books and who's maybe going through contracts even as we speak, going through the course on, because contracts is a 1 year course with a book back when I was in law school that was like that thick. I mean, it's a very crunchy subject. There's a lot to it, and it's just physically impossible to do it in an hour. So that's what I'm kind of thinking. If that's something that you think you would benefit from, or you have ideas about, now is your chance. Now I'm actually soliciting responses from my community. If you want to leave a comment in the comment section, if you want to contact me at Discord, if you want to send me an email, you could. I mean, I'm not trying to, obviously I'm not monetized. I'm not trying to generate clicks and views. I'm trying to actually get input from the people, especially the people who actually watched the live stream on Saturday, to see that interaction, who can give me an idea if they learned better from it and if they enjoyed it more. Because I'm going to tell you, I enjoyed it quite a bit. It was nice to have someone there who I could get kind of an instant response from, who I could, have a little debate with, a friendly little debate to, see if maybe he's right or I'm right. And of course I was always right, but that's just an attorney having a big ego. Anyway, so let me know. Let me know what you think. Or you know what? Even it could even be something where I have a layman on, who we can watch like a few minutes of it, and I could ask the layman, like, what did you learn from it? Do you have any questions from it? And maybe we could turn it into that kind of a teachable moment there. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Let me know what would help you, what you think you would benefit the most from. How about that? Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a great day.